Every Hindu, he looks for the light. Every Brahmin son will have to observe a ceremony. It is called sacred thread. The priest teaches the boy to recite the mantra every morning and evening. So in the Gayatri mantra it says, "O God, you are the giver of life, remover of pain and sorrow, the bestower of happiness, O creator of the universe. May we receive your supreme sin-destroying light. May you guide our intellect in the right direction." Sin-destroying light. Every Hindu is searching for the light. And there is another, slokas. From unreality, lead me into the reality. From darkness, lead me into light. And from death, lead me unto life eternal. And they recite all this, but they do not know where to get this light from. I found that light when this young man mentioned John chapter 8 verse 12. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light." And that light is enlightened. I was born and brought up in a Hindu Brahmin family, and I used to be involved in a lot of religious practices, ritualistic things. But that did not give me satisfaction spiritually. I visited many pilgrimages, but I could not find any peace in my life. I was a supporter of one of the two main football clubs of Calcutta. I was going to witness a football match played between these two famous football teams. So I got into the bus. After traveling for about 3 kilometers, I didn't know why I got off the bus, and I didn't know where to go. I was aimlessly walking here and there, and then I took the road that leads to the Kerry Baptist Church. I didn't know about that church, but I took that road, and as I was coming closer, I saw a lot of people stood at the gate, and I thought probably some thief was caught and the people are giving him a good thrashing. Chinese young man was preaching to the crowds. As I stood there, I heard him say, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. He that followed me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." I immediately understood Jesus wasn't talking about physical light. Rather, he was talking about the spiritual light in my life, which I could not find anywhere. And he gave the invitation. If anybody wanted to know more about Jesus, they could step in. Another young man came. I started chatting with him. Very surprisingly, this young man, Danny Smith, asked me a question that put me off. "Do you know you are a sinner?" I was absolutely angry, but I did not show my anger to him. And he replied, "When I asked you this question, it wasn't my question." Then I asked him, whose question was it? He said, "That's what God, says." Now every Hindu, they talk, your God, my God, his God, like that. So I said, "Your God talks like that? Can you show me?" He said, "Yes." So he opened the Bible and he opened Romans chapter 3 verse 23. So I read, "All have sinned and come short of the glory of God." So it did not create any impact. So I said, "So what? So you don't understand?" He said, "No." Then he told me, in place of all, you put your name. When I read my name, it, hit my head. Then, flash started going in my eyes. I said, I am saying that I am not a sinner, but what I do, what I say, those are nothing but sin. I was standing erect, now started bending little by little. Parents have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. My mother was a very religious lady. Every morning she would go to the river, because our house is just at the side of the river, a place which is known for Kumatuli, for artisan making and the idols and all. So my background was like that. So my mother was a very religious lady. Every early morning she used to go and take bath in the river and all. I didn't have much, negative thing about my mother, but my father, yes. He was a businessman. I knew how he dealt with his business. I knew how much lies he used to say and all. So I said, yes, my parents are sinners. I bent halfway now. Now each Hindu family has a guru. You know that guru is a teacher who leads the people to, spiritual learning and all this. So I said, our guru cannot be a sinner. He said, you put guru over. Yes, our family guru also a sinner. This guru used to love a particular mango. And my mother used to fill a basket with full of those mangoes, and my sister and I used to be locked up in the next room, but from the window we could see how the guru used to enjoy eating that mango. He used to lavish over those mangoes. But he never told our parents, release your children, let them come and have with me. He used to look at us, but he would not utter a word. Once in a year or twice in a year he used to visit. And that made me say, this person, this guru was nothing but a glutton person. And now the scale from my eyes fell off. And I realized that we are nothing but sinner. So then I asked Danny, yes, I'm a sinner, now what to do? Then Danny said, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and you'll be saved. But it wasn't a easy going. I had to tell my parents, my family. And they did not take it easily. They said, no, you are a Brahmin boy. You are born in the Brahmin family. You cannot, be a Christian. So if you want to follow Jesus, then you'll have to leave home. And if you want to stay at home, then you have to leave Jesus. So I had to take that ultimatum. And I had to leave my family. It is wonderful journey with the Lord Jesus. And it is very difficult, but the Lord has given His grace to do it. There is a God who is known as Prajapati Brahma. Prajapati, the other name is Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is the creator of the whole universe. It is said in the Rig Vedas, 10th mandala, where it is expounded that this Prajapati God will sacrifice himself as a sin bearer. And that actually gives the picture of the Lord Jesus, who came and carried the burden of sin and offered himself as sacrifice for the whole mankind once for all. So there are many specific references in the Rig Veda and the other Vedas also. I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Jesus said, he that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light. And that light has enlightened my